Hello everyone, welcome to a story that has soared through hearts for generations, now reborn in breathtaking live action. This is How to Train Your Dragon, the tale of a boy, a dragon, and a world changed forever by friendship. So let's start. Far north beyond the freezing seas and endless storm lies a small island called Berg. It's home to a proud tribe of Vikings, strong, fearless, and stubborn. They have got one serious problem dragons. Every few nights, fire rains down from the skies. Dragons steal their sheep, burn their houses, and vanish into the mist. For the people of Berg, dragons are nothing but enemies. And in the war-driven world lives a boy who doesn't belong. His name is Hiccup Horrendous Headup the Third, son of the mighty chief, Stroik the Vast. But unlike the other Vikings, Hiccup is small, awkward, and far too curious. He is rather tinker with machines than swing with an axe. Still, he dreams of one thing proving he can be a real Viking. The story begins on a stormy night. A dragon red strikes back. The sky glows orange as Vikings battle with catapults and spears. Hiccup sneaks out with his latest invention, a mechanical launcher he built himself. Amid the chaos, he spotted a shadow in the clouds, the most feared dragon of all, the Night Fury. No one has ever seen it up close. It's lightning fast, silent, and deadly. But Hiccup takes aim and fires. A flash, a scream. Somewhere in the distant forest, something falls. Hiccup, overjoyed, rushes to tell everyone, but no one believes him. They laugh. His father scolds him. He is told to stay out of the way again. They thought that Hiccup must be lying. So, in the next morning, Hiccup sneaks into the forest to find what he hid. After hours of searching, he finds it, tangled in ropes, trapped between the rocks, the night fury itself. It's sleek, black as the night sky, with eyes that glow bright green, terrifying, yet beautiful. Hiccup raises his knife. He is supposed to kill dragons. This is his chance to prove himself. But when he looks into the creature eyes, he sees fear. He can't do it. Instead, Hiccup cuts the rope and sets the dragon free. The night fury pins him to the ground, growling, then turns and flies away. That's the moment everything changes. A few days later, Hiccup returns and finds the dragon again. It's trapped inside a rocky cove, grounded, its tail fin torn apart from his chute. Without it, it can't fly. It's stranded. Hiccup begins to observe it, sketching, studying its behavior, leaving it food. Slowly, the dragon begins to trust him. He named it Toothless because when it smiles, its teeth vanish. Through patience, they begin to communicate. Body language, gesture, and small movement of trust. Hiccup learns dragons are not bloodthirsty monsters. They are intelligent, emotional, even gentle. It's not a war, it's only a misunderstanding. Feeling guilty for wounding Toothless, Hiccup decided to help him fly again. Using leather, metal, and rope, he builds a prosthetic tail fin, one he can control while riding. He straps a small saddle onto Toothless, climbs on, and together they leap into the air. At first, it's chaos, wild spin, sudden drives, and pure panic. But then, slowly, they find balance. The wind rushes, the cloud open, and the world unfolds beneath them. For the first time in his life, Hiccup feels free. He doesn't just fly with Toothless, he becomes part of him. Meanwhile, back in Berg, Hiccup is forced into dragon fighting school with other Viking teens, in which Astrid, Fishleg, Snoutlout, and the chaotic twins Ruffnut and Tuffnut. Their instructor Gober the Belch tried to teach them to kill dragon, but Hiccup begins doing the opposite. He uses what he's learned from Toothless. Don't threaten, don't shout, don't fight. Instead, show calm, kindness, and understanding. Shockingly, it works. The training dragon start to obey him. The entire village watches in disbelief as Hiccup, the weakest Viking, becomes the best dragon fighter in Berg without ever fighting. Astrid grows suspicious. She wants to know his secret. Astrid follows Hiccup into the forest and discovers Toothless. Terrified, she grabs an axe. Toothless roars, ready to defend. Hiccup steps between them. He tells her everything, the truth about dragons. Astrid doesn't believe him, so Hiccup takes her flying. They soar through the clouds, racing over mountains and oceans. Astrid feels the wind on her face, the beauty, the peace, and for the first time she understands. But their joy is cut short when they see something terrifying, a gigantic mountain swarming with dragons. At its center lies a monster, the Red Death, a dragon so massive it rules over all others. The smaller dragons raid villages only to feed it, out of fear. Hiccup realizes the dragons aren't evil, they are enslaved. Astrid insists they should tell Stoic, but Hiccup hesitates. He knows his father will never listen. Before he can decide, Stoic proudly declares that Hiccup will face his final test to kill a dragon in front of the whole village. During the ceremony, Hiccup enters the arena. The crowd cheers. The captured dragon, the monstrous nightmare, is released. But instead of fighting, Hiccup throws away his weapon. He reaches out his hand, the same way he did with Toothless. The dragon hesitates, and for a brief moment peace seems possible. But the villagers panic. The dragon senses fear and chaos erupt. Toothless hears the Hiccup's cries and bursts in to protect him, revealing himself to everyone. The Vikings are terrified. Stoic, heartbroken and furious, chains Toothless up. He uses him to find the dragon's nest, determined to destroy them all. So Stoic and his warriors sail to the nest. But when they arrive, they awaken the Red Death, a monstrous dragon larger than a mountain. It destroys ship like twice, breathing fire that lights up the sea. Meanwhile, Hiccup and his friend refuse to stand by. They mount the dragons from the training pit and take to the skies. It's a stunning battle, fire against wind, courage against fear. Hiccup frees Toothless, and together they fly straight into the storm. Hiccup uses brain, not brawn. He turns the Red Death into chasing them high into the clouds, too high for it to control its weight. Then, at a perfect moment, Toothless folds its wings and dives. The Red Death follows. Unable to stop its momentum, it crashes into the ground and explodes in a fiery storm. The battle is won, but at a cost. Hiccup is knocked unconscious into the blast. When Hiccup opens his eyes, he is home, alive, but changed. He has lost part of his left leg. At his side is Toothless, who never left him. Hiccup now wears a metal prosthetic, just like Toothless' tail. They are both scarred, yet whole. Together they walk outside to see a new world. Berk has changed. Dragons fly freely across the skies. Children ride them. Peace has finally come. Stoic, proud, and tearful, says softly, I am proud to call you my son. Hiccup smiles and climbs onto the Toothless. As they soar into the sunlight, his voice echoes. With Toothless by my side, I finally know where I belong. The world's never been so big, and it's never been so beautiful. So, this is the complete explanation of How to Train Your Dragon 2025. Stay tuned for more movies explanation and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.